Okay, we're going to move to item number G, the city manager's comments, update on city operations. Mr. Olson?
Thank you, Mayor. There are a couple of items I would like to mention this morning to the council. First of all, on last Saturday, there was a very successful Harbor Lights illuminated boat parade. Had about 3,500 people in attendance and felt like it was a really good seasonal celebration. I also want to mention that our library system is going to be receiving about a $22,000 reimbursement. In the grand scheme of things for the city, that's not a large number. However, I want to mention it here because it represents a fairly significant accomplishment or turnaround on the part of the library. Those of you that were on the council, let's say 3 years ago, will remember that state funding for our library system was actually in jeopardy because of the economic downturn and the reduction of budgeting throughout the entire city, including in the library system. It placed reimbursements for this interloan library sharing service in jeopardy. In fact, it was threatened to be taken away. The fact that it's now being recognized and funded represents, I think, a significant turnaround in the funding and the support of the library system here in Corpus Christi. So I think that's worthy of a mention. From an operational, excuse me, I was out most of last week with a pretty severe cold, and part of it's still kind of hanging on. I regret to inform you that one of our valued department heads, Michael Morris, has turned in his resignation. He's accepted a position in Annapolis, Maryland, which is close to his hometown, and will be returning to that part of the country shortly. We'll go through a process of naming an interim director of Parks and Recreation and go through a full search to find a replacement for the valued service that he's been providing over the past, I think, 4 years or so. I also wanted to mention the progress that we're making in the installation of our new ERP system. We've been working on technology over the past year and will continue through 2015 to replace all of our base accounting system. In the lingo of the trade, they call it an ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning System, along with our court and our development services and our fleet management. We've been going through massive transition in our technology and upgrading and implementing new technology. I'm going to ask next week for many of the city employees that have been closely engaged in this to come in and be recognized before the city council. And we'll say more about it at that time. I do want to say that one of the part of it that we're currently engaged in is upgrading our purchase order, our whole purchasing system. With our new software, we're putting in place a functional purchase order system that is going to serve the city, I believe, very, very well. And along with that, it's going to decrease the reliance that we've had over the past years on P cards for purchasing. P cards have worked okay for us, but they don't provide the kind of clear accounting controls and management of the entire system that we really want to have. So that's kind of what we're working on now. That will evolve through the end of this year in dealing with our payroll system, very key, sensitive areas. And I just wanted to mention that because such tremendous work has been going on. And then next week I'll say more about it and ask some of our people to actually come in and be recognized before the council for the great work they've been doing. And that's all I have for today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate those heads up and also some of the good news items. Happy to hear that.